Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GNW Arena, and welcome to the first ever episode of GNW Shockwave. We are here live in Sacramento, California. We got some tremendous action for you here tonight, folks. Like I said in the description, Alex Bishop, he's requested for some action here tonight, so he'll be going one-on-one with one-third of the Turner family, which is Lenny Turner, being accompanied by his brother Wade and his sister Isabella. And also, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Shannon Gomez, the number one contender for the GNW Women's Championship, has requested some time to call out Tiffany Rogers to say what she has in mind and what's to come at GNW Over the Limit. But let's not waste any time here, folks. As you saw in the description, like I said, we saw Eric Graham return on the last episode of GNW Adrenaline, but now, apparently I've heard that we are going to see a rivalry reunite, as Graham asked for some time, and he wants a piece of Cyclone in the ring, one-on-one. I gave him that opportunity. We'll have to see what he can deliver on his return, after his return back to GNW. And you folks don't know, before GNW became a thing, these two men went back and forth with each other over the GNW World Championship, and basically also in the Intercontinental title, way before this whole GNW business started. So basically, these two right here have a bit of history with each other. We'll have to see on how these two can deliver, and see how much these two can ignite here in GNW Shockwave here tonight. Hope everybody's doing a great day today. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. First up is the return of Mr. Eric Graham. We haven't seen him in almost a year because he's off camera. He's had an injury on his left knee. Now he's back.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Westbrook, Maine, weighing in at 241 pounds, the outsider, Eric Graham.
We saw him in the 5-way on the past episode of GNW Adrenaline, but now the question is, we saw what he can do in that 5-way, but now the question is, when he goes up against a formidable rivalry with Cyclone that he knows very well, they both trained together, they both were tag team champions together until Graham betrayed Cyclone, and then those two went at it for the Intercontinental title and the world title off the season and before the GNW business started. But basically, like I said, these two have a formidable history with each other. But with Graham right here, ever since he came back, he's told me that he wants one thing, and that's the title that he proclaims that he did not lose, and that is the GNW World Championship. And this was way before GNW began. So basically, Graham wants the world title back around his waist. Question is, with Over the Limit on the way, can he make a statement to either Sean McCarthy or Alex Bishop? That's the problem. Both men will have to be watching out on what Graham can do. Stacked crowd here tonight. And now we await his opponent, the 7-foot-tall monster of GNW. And there he is right there, folks. Cyclone. And you know the history. A bit back, like I said that Cyclone and Eric Graham trained with each other. But that was about years ago before GNW began. Those two, like I said, they were former tag team champions before coming to GNW. These two had a bit of history. Then when they came to GNW, did a decent job as a tag team until Eric Graham at one point snapped and claim that they're not getting the tactiles because Cyclone is holding his back. And he claims that Cyclone was holding him on what he thought could be a great career and could be a great world champion. And then, before anything else happened, Eric Graham got the call for the Intercontinental title. Cyclone wanted a piece of him, and that continued until about decent 2 months. But at the end, Eric Graham came out on top. And then, when Graham lost the Intercontinental title, Graham was the World Heavyweight Champion. And with Cyclone, he wanted a piece of Graham for the world title. That continued for about 3 months. Cyclone was only a former world champion, beat Graham once until Graham beat him another 2 times. And now, with that being aside, these two men, these two Goliaths, reunite in an epic proportion. He's right here. It's like, oh, and a cheap shot by Eric Graham. You see right there, that's the tenacity that these two have had back in the day. And this matchup is underway. Now Graham trying to battle it out right here, the Cyclone, with vicious strikes and kicks. If folks don't know the background of Graham, oh, and there he goes with a huge knee DDT right there off the ropes. Let me give you the background of Graham. He's a former martial artist, and the referee's down. He's a former boxer back in the day. He's trained in a mixed martial artist gym. So basically, with those kicks and strikes, that can come into effect a Cyclone. And now with a huge elbow. Oh, and a huge kick right there. Huge knee. And now Cyclone trying to fight back right here. No, Graham fighting off right here. So far, Graham is doing a bit of a good job right here in this battle right here. Going for the pin, and not even a 1 count. And now Cyclone, huge scoop slam right there. Or a huge body slam right there. Now trying to weaken the head of Eric Graham. Now picking it back up right here. And huge elbow strikes into the stomach. Trying to pick Cyclone up. Graham tried to pick him up, but that failed. Luthez press connecting right here by Cyclone. And now Cyclone going for right here. He's going to, wait, he can't be thinking. He's going to the top, folks. What's he doing? Huge elbow, no, and Graham reverses right there. Oh, and there's the disrespect right there. That huge slam, the tenacity and punishment that Graham had to deliver. And there he goes right there. The EG face plant right there. And only in 1 count, Cyclone kicks out. And now trying to having those vicious strikes into the head. Those vicious strikes now just toying with Cyclone right here, just staring into the eyes right here. And now going for the huge lucky 8 right here. He calls it the lucky 8 submission. But no, I think Cyclone was able to get out of it right here. And now Cyclone, he's got him up. Ooh, and a huge backbreaker. And now picking up Graham, bring him to the ropes, and bring him down on the top. Throat first, if I can recall, from that angle right there. And now Cyclone going for that huge full Nelson choke slam. Going for the pin right now, 1. And no, Graham is able to kick out. And you know, with Cyclone and Graham, they both know each other very well, so they know what's up for grabs here. And now Cyclone could be going for the huge
This may very well be it.
destruction right there. And apparently that's going to be it. Cyclone picks up the victory with that huge double choke slam. That huge two-handed choke slam, which he calls the massive destruction. Or mass destruction. But for Graham, he had an impressive start, but apparently it wasn't enough to keep Cyclone down.
Man, oh man, look at that.
You see right here, he went for the devastating full Nelson choke slam. But in the end, we thought Graham was over right here until he kicked out. But no, in the end, it only took the mass destruction right there to end it. And with that, the rivalry between Cyclone and Eric Graham right here might be coming to an end. You never know what can happen here in GNW. We might be bringing it back. You never know. But interesting performance by Cyclone right here. Starting off a bit big in Season 2. But with that, Eric Graham, you know, with him coming off of this loss, you never know. Maybe he could go after the Internet title or go after the world title after Over the Limit. You never know what can happen here in GNW. But tremendous performance by both competitors right here. Great performance by both competitors right here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that Shannon Gomez is on her way to the ring right now. Question is, what does she have to say when she calls out Tiffany Rogers, the GNW Women's Champion? We'll have to find out we'll have to find out what happens when Shannon Gomez calls out Tiffany Rogers next. And there she is, folks. Shannon Gomez. She's already in the ring, but let's just hear what she has to say as she's going up against Tiffany Rogers at Over the Limit.
Definitely a fan favorite.
Well, ask and she shall receive. Shannon Gomez saying some harsh words right there on to Tiffany Rogers, but ask and she shall receive, as they all say, because here comes the GNW Women's Champion in Tiffany Rogers.
Here we go. Let's find
Bit
out.
of harsh words of what Shannon said to Tiffany. And remember, these two women will be going at it over the limit for the GNW Women's Championship. So basically, a bit of a good idea on saying some smack words or some smack talk to your opponent right here. Let's see what Tiffany has to say.
No love between these superstars, that's for sure. Just a bully. Whoa, desperate much? Anybody actually believe that?
Not making any friends, but not really concerned about it either. Not making any friends, but not really concerned about it either. Coming off a little cocky right there. Could be dangerous.
That'll get your heart pumping.
And wow, what some harsh words right there by both competitors right there. At the same time, Shannon making her statement right here, saying that the dye in Tiffany's hair would be seeping into her brain. And apparently that calling her gutter trash. And if I can remember correctly, in all scripted though, she said that she only hides behind the ministry so that they could protect her, but at the same time, and I don't know what can happen. But here we go right here, folks. Up next, it's some six-man tag team action, as we'll see two debuting tag teams here in GNW. On your left, you see the Killer Queens. And on the right is KO, or in the other words, they call themselves Knockout. These two debuting teams will make a statement for themselves up next in 6-man tag team action. Great crowd and great action we've been seeing here lately. But now, as we get into 6-man tag team action, here comes the two tag teams, right? The two debuting tag teams. First up is the Killer Queens. As you can tell by a few of them, they're influenced by the band Queen, as they're, well, basically a top British tag team over in the UK. Frontman Jeffrey Morgan. In the middle, Ace Sheffield. And in the back, Arthur Robbins. Something like that, I can't remember. But at the same time, these three right here, they're here and trying to boost up the tag team division right here. Bit of a sparky influence right here. But now, here comes the tag team known as Knockout. Another debuting tag team here. And with Knockout right here, these three have actually met on the Indies before coming to GNW. In the red, it's Michael Basham. In the blue is Gabriel Silva. And the green is William Nelson. These three combatants here, these three superstars, have dominated the indie scene. But now they said that they're here to dominate GNW and make them a complete knockout, and to make the tag team division a total knockout. Apparently, what they said in their words. Well, the question is, these two teams, they look like they could be prominent future tag team champions here in GNW. Well, the question is, the performance, we'll have to see on how these two teams can perform here in action here tonight. You can see right there, it looks like Jeffrey Morgan's going to be starting things off, and Gabriel Silva for knockout. The matchup is underway right here, and now Morgan, huge backbreaker right there.
Guys, it'll be interesting to see if these two teams,
And now, huge knee right there. That was a huge knee by Jeffrey. And now, huge gutbuster. Silva doesn't look that great, but for Silva, he could be a great competitor in the Internet Championship division. And now here comes Arthur. You see right here, Jeffrey and Arthur doing a bit of tremendous performance, but for Silva, he's a former cruiserweight champion on the indie scene.
if things don't change in a hurry, this has all the makings of a
For Silva, he's a bit of a high flyer. And even 200 pounds, I can remember. But for Silva, he met these two on the indie scene, the same promotion actually, called Southeast or Southwest. If I can remember right here, these two, as Silva made the tag to Michael Basham. Basham is a former tag team champion and world champion on the indie scene, teaming with that man right there, William Nelson, talking to the GNW crowd, and a huge hurricanrana right there by Arthur, dragging him to the middle. Actually dragged him to the Killer Queen side, making the tag back in to Jeffrey. You see right there, Ace asking for the tag. I don't think we saw about Basham right here reversing. Basham right here has a bit of technical background, technical submission background, if I can remember. A bit of some, you know, fighting background right here.
Is he done?
Had him in the submission, like I said, a bit of a submission background right here. And huge drop off top rope right there. And now Morgan reversing right here, and what tremendous move right there by Jeffrey Morgan. And just taunting in front of Knockout. But no, huge striker background for Basham right there. Huge tremendous work by Knockout and Killer Queens right here. But for Knockout, looks like they're getting the opportunity right here. And huge knee connecting. And now dragging Morgan too. On Knockout side, here comes William Nelson. This man right here, he's a bit of a full powerhouse right here. This man is a former world champion on the indie scene. And you see the toss right there. 300 plus pounds. Of complete domination right here. And for Nelson right here, going after Jeffrey. Oh, now Jeffrey right here, trying to reverse right here, trying to weaken and drag him to make sure that he doesn't get back in the ring. But now Nelson making a reverse right here, tossing Morgan right here onto the floor. And now a huge drop kick connected by Jeffrey Morgan. And now trying to drag William Nelson to the other side right here of the rope as he threw him into that apron. Throwing him back into the ring. Count 7 right there. Referee making sure that these two get back in the ring. And now here comes Arthur Robbins back in the ring right now. And now huge snap suplex connecting. And just showing the disrespect right there to Nelson. With still striking kicks into the head. And now Nelson reversing right here. Oh, and that huge powerhouse tactics right there. And now Robbins reversing right here. Huge hurricanrana. As both members of Knockout asking for the tag. Nelson trying to get back in right here. And reverse right there by Arthur Robbins. And now Nelson reversing with a huge gigantic suplex right there.
I think we know what
Oh, and a huge knee.
that knee is a lethal weapon, but he's got to capitalize now.
Huge knee connecting right there.
Oh, look at the
Yeah, work on the leg right here. And I think Nelson could go for an end right here.
looking for the
As
win.
apparently he calls this the blackout right there.
Truly devastating.
The total blackout right there. Going for the pin. And no, Jeffrey Morgan making sure
Beautiful technique.
that
He's looking a little
the
off
pin is
balance.
broken up right here. And now Gabriel Silva throwing Jeffrey Morgan to the outside,
But that doesn't mean you should
to his
have
side,
that just
and
yet.
now
I'm sure there's
making the
plenty
tag to
of
Michael
time still
Basham.
left
Basham right here, what could he be going for right here? And dropping him on the back of the head with that huge knee. I think it was taunting to Jeffrey Morgan. Huge form.
in. He is rolling.
Arthur Robbins reversing right here. Going for a huge roll up. Oh, wait a minute. With a huge powerbomb. I think picked him up with a huge suplex. Oh, and a huge moonsault headbutt right there. And now throw him into the corner right there. Making the tag to Ace Robbins back in. He's finally in this match right here.
Can these two come up with next? Shoulder to the gut.
Shoulder, huge uppercut connecting.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
That's the tag team move right there.
The cover.
And going for the pin. One. And no, Nelson making sure that it doesn't work out as Jeffrey Morgan saving his fellow teammate right there in Ace Sheffield. Same thing for the Killer Queens. These two met on the road on the Indies. All three of them not having that great of a career as Basham headed for a huge DDT on Sheffield.
Quite like this guy.
Oh, and a huge urgent backbreaker right there connecting. Going for the pin. One. Two, and no. Almost a 2 count. Sheffield kicking out right here.
What a stomp. Good grief.
And taunting. Setting it up right here. I think Basham
He's looking at
looking for that MB flatliner. The MB flatliner connecting. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and no. Sheffield able to kick out. And now got him in the corner. Sheffield reversed right there with that huge elbow. Basham reversing. A bit of great back and forth action right here between these two competitors.
He's just getting destroyed.
Dropping him on the head.
Both look to be about evenly matched. Maybe I'd give him the
Basham and Knockout. It's a bit of on a roll right here.
Comes in off the
And now making the tag to Silva. Silva right now. Double axe handle into the arm. Silva with that huge net breaker connecting.
He's not looking good here.
You never know what
He's got
Silva
to
can
remember
have
he
with
has
his
two partners ready to enter the
high
fray
flying
here.
skills right
This is
here.
one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in
You never know when they might come into play,
Things,
actually.
it could really go either way.
And now dragging Sheffield into the middle. I think he's going to work on the arm as he just almost snaps it right there. And now Silva. What could he be going for right here?
Take over with a snap.
Taking him down with a snap. And just wiping his boot on his face.
Making a statement here with this attack.
And I think he was going for the signature. And now, huge bulldog by Ace Sheffield. Going for the pin right now on Gabriel Silva. 1, 2, and Silva is able to kick out.
A lot more punishment, I can promise you that.
And now a huge kick into the back. And now bringing him to the corner. Making the tag to Jeffrey. They're going there. There goes that huge cutter connecting. Going for the pin. And no, Basham making sure the tag, the win doesn't apply as now Sheffield trying to work on Basham. Basham reversing right here with a huge punch and a huge running knee strike by Michael Basham. And now Jeffrey Morgan with a huge forearm connecting. And a huge knockout punch right there, a huge fist into the gut. In the face, and now these vicious strikes connecting. That was the background of Jeffrey Morgan right there. Now Basham making sure again that the win does not apply right here. And I think, and now what's Morgan going for right here? He's telling Silva to get up. What's he be going for right here? Oh, I think it was going for a huge chop into the head, but no, that reverse and working on the arm by Gabriel Silva.
Both teams working well here together. That's not
and now making the tag back to Basham.
You'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Picking up Jeffrey right here. A huge knee reversing right there by Morgan. Now reversing, working on the arm. Oh, and a huge forearm into the corner. Morgan once again reversing. Slamming the head onto the mat by Jeffrey Morgan to Michael Basham. But now Morgan throwing Basham into the corner. I think they're going to call for an end right here, as they're calling it the final dance break. Going for the pin right now. One. And no, William Nelson in the ring, making sure that the win does not apply. And now Sheffield working on the leg right here of Michael Basham. And now Sheffield making the tag to Arthur right here. Robbins making sure. Back in the ring right now. And now Basham making the tag to Nelson. And a huge drop right there by both competitors. And now picking up, playing a bit of mind games to Jeffrey Morgan with that huge punch into the head. Now working on the head with that huge claw into the side. The abdominal neck right there by William Nelson. Now Tarnian trying to hype up the GNW crowd right here.
There's no denying that all 6 of these superstars brought it here tonight.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Huge leg drop and a huge elbow connecting. Ooh, and a huge,
Just when you thought he had nothing
as he calls that, the L-E-F, the leg, elbow, and fist drop. By Nelson, working. I think Nelson might be going for an end right here, as he goes for the total blackout. Going for the pin on Arthur right here. 1, 2, and it looks like knockout. Gonna get the victory right here. Great, tremendous action by both tag teams. Back and forth action that we've seen by all 6 competitors right here. The question is, with both teams, after this tremendous action right here, what could be in store for both of these teams? We'll have to find out in the future. You see right there, knockout. In the end, standing tall. So going for the signature knockout fist right there. Tremendous action by these 2 teams. With a knockout, I can see potential tag team glory right there with that team. But next is some women's action, as we're going to see Australia's very own Victoria Brown going up against Piper Gibson. And these two women right here, they haven't seen each other since season 1. These two best friends have gone enemies here tonight. So we might be seeing a bit of a friendly competition here between these two women. Nah, we'll find out. But like I said, it's Brown versus Gibson next. Here on GNW Shockwave. Well, Trent is actually saw in that 6-man tag team action. But apparently right here comes, introduced first, it's Flo and Piper Gibson come back right here, and she's looking different right here. I'm liking the new look.
From Blackpool, England, Piper Gibson.
But now Gibson right here with a new background and a new look right here. I'm digging the new look right here. And for Piper Gibson right here, she said when she started in season 2, she said that her main goal right here is to become women's champion and show what she can deliver here in GNW. Maybe she could be doing that here tonight against her best friend, Victoria Brown. But for Victoria Brown, you never know what can happen. Off the GNW script right here, she participated in the NXW Women's World Cup. Good success right there. What happened? And for Victoria Brown, she tried to go after the Women's Championship in the season finale last season. But now, for Victoria right here,
Victoria Brown.
the young Australian fighter right here. As I said, folks, that pink armband right there, that represents her father being in the Navy, and that pink representing her grandmother dying of cancer right there. So basically supporting both her family members right here in GNW. Tremendous action that we might be seeing between these two friends right here. As the matchup is underway right now. Now Piper going for a bit of a Luthez press at the start right here. Before the matchup even started, Piper said that, yeah, good luck out there as we go one-on-one. Victoria said the same thing to her. But how is that even going to affect right here, as these two friends right here might be being beaten and bruised after the matchup right here, knowing one might come out on top? That's the question. And now, Piper right now, she could be in a bit of an action right here. The young England girl right here, facing the Australian hero. And now Piper Gibson making the pin right now. And no, not even a 1 count. Brown kicks out. And now kicking into, now kicking Victoria Brown into the head right there. And now Victoria Brown trying to fight back in right here with a huge suplex connecting right here. And now Victoria Brown having a huge suplex right here, doing a bit of squats, and now you see right there that huge suplex connecting. Huge action that we just saw. And remember, folks, this is just the beginning. As remember, you'll see Bishop go one-on-one with Lane Turner. And now again, showing the disrespect to Victoria Brown and kicking into the head right there.
She's not looking good here, guys. Man, she's got to get herself together here.
And now throwing Victoria into the outside. And now throwing her head into that apron right there. Now Tony at the GNW crowd right there on the outside. Referee at the count. It's going to be at the count of 4. As he just said, the count of 4 right there. Piper trying to show what she's made of here today, folks.
What a punch. That's how you stop your opponent.
And now Piper could be going for the Blackpool knockdown right there.
Face first. This is all but over.
And now what could Piper be thinking right here? As she's going to be working on the arm. And now going for the pin right now. 1, 2, and no, Victoria Brown
She's still in this one.
kicking out right there. And now picking up Victoria right here, and now reversing right here.
What's this?
And huge Michinoku driver. And now Tony.
She's looking at it.
And I think Victoria went to go for her signature right there, but no, Piper reversing with a huge backbreaker.
Punish them.
Now dragging her towards the middle. Going for the pin right now.
And she
1.
kicks out with
And only a 1
relative
count.
ease. She powered out there, Michael.
Connecting right there. And now Piper ending right there with the Gibson
This one's over,
turn.
guys. There's a
The
pin now.
turn of Gibson. Going for the pin. 1, 2. And it's Piper Gibson getting the victory here in this matchup. Huge victory for her. But also at the same time, you never know, because remember, these two are best friends. Basically anything could have happened between these two. But at the same time, it was Piper Gibson that came out on top here in Shockwave. On Shockwave here, folks.
Look at her go.
And now, with Gibson,
Nothing better than action like
you see right there, this is the end right here. That turn of Gibson connecting. And see right there, that was the count of 3. That was the ending point right there.
Here's your winner, Piper Gibson.
And now, huge congratulations to Piper Gibson on that victory right there. And you know right there,
What a match.
with Piper Gibson giving the victory right there, what could be leading to these two competitors right here? We'll have to find out in the near future.
Singles action is
And
up
as
next.
here
You're
right
not gonna
here,
wanna miss
we
this.
saw
We have one
it
of
will
the
be
best
Ace Hill
talents on the
in
roster today,
action.
taking on some tough
And he'll be
competition.
taking on the debut of Brian J. Washington. We saw Ace Hill of what he can do in GNW back in the 5-way, but now we'll see how he does in one-on-one competition up next. Men's women's action, but we just saw right there. But now here comes a man that we saw in the 5-way that you guys haven't seen. You should go back and see that 5-way action. It was tremendous on the last episode of GNW Adrenaline. But for this man right here, he's a bit of an upstarter right here in GNW. In which, for this man, he calls him the generic cyborg right here, the super generic cyborg. GNW. His name is Ace Hale.
Making his way to the ring from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 300 pounds, Ace Hale.
From the Jersey side, 300 pounds exact. And now, here in GNW, this man right here showed dominance in the 5-way matchup back at GNW Adrenaline on the last episode. But at the same time, with Hale, we saw him in action. If I could recall. Actually, my mistake, he actually wasn't in the 5-way. So basically, this man right here, he's making his debut here tonight. So basically, for Hale, you never know what can happen with this man when he goes in the ring. And now, here comes his opponent right here. Apparently, he wants to be called the Undead Pirate. Because apparently, from what I've heard, for this man, Brian J. Washington, his heritage back in the days was that his family was actually pirates back in the day, which apparently comes up with this gimmick right here.
And his opponent, from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, weighing in at 288 pounds, Brian J. Washington.
See right there, there he is right there, the Undead Pirate in Brian J. Washington. This man right here, he has made a tremendous action on the indie scene before he even came up to GNW. And basically right here, I think for Brian J. Washington, I think he can have a great career in GNW. But for both men right here, these two men, they could be... You never know what can happen between these two, because apparently Ace, he can probably destroy Brian Washington, will probably kill the pirate right here. He could potentially kill the Undead Pirate. And now you see right there, this matchup is underway. A bit of an even height right there between these two. We have a common elbow right here into the corner. Referee breaking it up. Oh, and just a cheap shot right there. Brian J. Washington right there. Another common elbow. Hale has the momentum, taking down Brian J. Washington. And now a bit of a head clutch right there. Working a bit on the head. And a huge strike into the head. And now, ooh, and huge strike. Huge clothesline by Ace Hale. Brian J. on the outside trying to get back up. Striking him to the outside. Hale, what's he doing? He's going to the top. What is Hale thinking right here? As he's just stalking and staring as Washington is back up. I think Hale tried to go for a huge shoulder, but no, Washington reversing right here. Slamming his head on the apron right there. Referee's on a count of 3 right now. Now vicious strikes, back and forth action on the outside right here. Same tactic right there, slamming Washington's head on the apron. At the count 5 right now. Both men better get back into the ring. Throwing him to the apron at the corner right there. Striking head first. And now, Hale on the outside. Thank goodness he restarted the count right there. Make sure that this doesn't end by a count out. Throwing Washington into those steps right there. Referee restarting the count right there. Now the count of 4. Throwing Washington back into the ring right now. Hale back in the ring right now. Washington reversing right here. And now Hale with a huge suplex connecting. Vertical suplex. Going for the pin and a 1 count. Washington's able to kick out. And now Washington picking up Hale into a huge Samoan drop, connecting. And now Washington, huge leg drop, connecting onto the skull of Ace Hale. That's 288 pounds on a 300-pound man. And now Hale reversing right there. And now reversing with an elbow. Huge monkey flip connecting.
He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control. This match is
And just tossing him by the head. That's 300 pounds right there. Apparently for Washington, he's showing the strength that he has. Showing what this pirate, showing that this undead pirate can show new tricks.
Wow. Oh boy, he is rolling.
And now, throwing, and a reversal right there by Ace Hale. Now picking him up with the 2030 pile driver.
What's he gonna do now?
And by 2030, it means the year. And now, Ace Hale going for the Hail to the King powerbomb.
Now that's what I call making a statement.
He calls that the Hail to the King. Going for the pin, 1, 2, and Washington able to kick out.
To the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
And now Hale reversing on. Working on the head of Washington right here, as Washington now trying to get back in it right here. And now Washington with a huge powerbomb connecting. And now, with Washington just staring into the eyes of Ace Hale. And now
that could be it, guys.
Going for that huge Uranagi. Going for the... And now I think Hale could be... I think Washington could be going for a end right here. As he's going for the Pirate's Life. The Pirate's Life connecting. But now Ace Hale.
Call your friends. Wow, he got out of it. Yeah, I'm not so sure he had a fully locked.
Yeah, I think I respect myself for. Oh, and huge DT by Ace Hale. My mistake on the pile driver right there by Ace Hale. It was apparently the sideboard driver. But now Ace Hale stalking at Washington. A huge boot connecting. Huge stomp onto the head, connecting. And now working on the arm, trying to weaken Washington down. And now Washington shoving Hale out of the way as Washington now. Huge vertical suplex right there. Talking to the GNW crowd right here. And now going for a comeback right here. Hale reversing. Oh no, wait, Washington reversing right here with a huge knee right there. And now the Florida Spring line. The Florida Springs uppercut connected right there. And now I think he was going for a I think he was going for a sidewalk slam, but Hale reversing. And now, once again with the sideboard driver connecting by Ace Hale. Ending it, could be ending it almost right here, folks.
You can see the wear and tear.
Bit of work right there, still on the head of Brian J. Washington that Hale is doing. Clutching it right there. I think Washington able to get back up as he's punching the gut and head into Hale. I think Washington almost went for the Pirates' life again. Oh, and with that elbow, I think Washington's busted open. Almost went for the Hail to the King powerbomb. But Washington reversing, dropping him, going for the pin. 1, 2, and Hail kicking out. Almost knocking Hail out right there. You see right there, that huge elbow from earlier, busting open Washington right here. And now, what's Washington thinking right here? Elbow. Oh, and a huge forearm connecting by Brian J. Washington, going for the pin. And with that, Brian J. Washington, the Undead Pirate, gets the victory. Huge victory by Brian J. Washington. You see right there, busting open right there. You know, and showing the respect right there. Hale showing the respect to Washington. I guess Washington showed Hale that the Pirate cannot be broken right here. Tremendous work and sportsmanship between excuse me, folks, those two competitors. But now it's time for our main event of the evening. The world champion Alex Bishop had a run-in with the Turners backstage, showing that Wade, telling Wade that he tried to go for the title on the last episode of Adrenaline, but couldn't get the job done. Landing Turner sticking up to his brother right there, saying that he was a former world champion, and saying that if Bishop has the guts, he could face him tonight. Bishop accepted the challenge. So that's what led into this matchup right here. The question is, can Bishop show Turner that he is more of a powerful world champion than the family heritage was? Or can Turner show that Bishop is not ready for what the Turners might be having in Season 2? That will be our main event, and that will be up next. Transaction that we've seen here on the first episode of Shockwave, and it's about getting better with our main event right now. And up first, it's our world champion Alex Bishop,
making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 252 pounds, the Global National Wrestling World Champion, the Rebel Alex Bishop.
And for Alex Bishop right here, he doesn't have just the Turners here tonight. He's also got the challenge up for grabs at Over the Limit. Because if you don't remember, folks, it will be Alex Bishop going one-on-one with Sean Navy SEAL McCarthy for that coveted world title. So basically, I think McCarthy might be watching from the back and seeing what Bishop can do. But for Bishop, he'd probably show McCarthy of what he's capable of, as he's going up against a former world champion, a former Intercontinental champion, a 5-time tag team champion. in Lenny Turner. And with that, here comes the Turners, and there's Isabella Turner, the young sister of these two men right there. You see right there, Wade Turner right there, Lenny Turner on the right. Together, the Turners are here. And you know right here,
accompanied by the technician Wade Turner, and representing the family from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Omega Lenny Turner.
and for this family right here, they all have a heritage right here. Isabella might be starting off early here in GNW, but for Wade and Lenny, these two are former 5-time tag team champions. Both men are former world champions. And both, basically, this family right here, the Turners, have history. And see right there, Bishop trying to tell Isabella that he's gonna destroy Lenny Turner in front of them, in front of both Wade and Isabella, in front of her and Wade Turner, I should say. But the combatants are set right here. Lenny Turner right there, getting the opportunity and shot that he could possibly have in the future. And I think Bishop isn't wasting any time right here. He went for that huge knee, and now just tormenting and decimating Lenny Turner right here. Huge neck breaker connecting. And like I said, you know, Sean McCarthy might be looking in the back and watching this matchup right here. It's Lenny Turner reversing right here with a huge kick. Now Bishop reversing. Throwing a huge boot into the face of Lenny Turner. Now working on the leg right here. Bit of a work on the leg right there. You know, with Isabella and Wade, you know, they'll be cheering on for their brother right here. But for Isabella, like I said, she might be starting off, but both Wade and Lenny are training her off camera of GNW. Hey, like I said in the past, Wade is the older brother, Lenny is is the younger brother of Wade Turner. And for Isabella, she's the youngest family in the youngest member of Turners. And now, Lenny went for the pin right there, but it was only a 1 count. Bishop reversing right here.
He's got him covered.
Going for the pin. I think Lenny tried to go for a roll up right there, but only a 2 count if that looked like. So basically, for Lenny right there, he's a bit of showing the tenacity. Working on the head right now. Now it's Bishop. But now Bishop trying to get back in it right here.
Slam down hard. Oh boy, he is rolling.
And now Bishop trying to get back in it right here. But now Turner trying to get back in it also. Trying to help up the GNW crowd right here as Bishop slowly trying to get back up. And now 4. Oh, and just slamming Bishop's head on that turnbuckle pad right there.
He's on the defensive now. You have to wonder if he could recover from this, guys.
This match is trending in a bad direction for him right now, guys.
And
He's
now,
gonna want to make some changes if he wants to stay in it.
It's make or break time here, and he absolutely has to find a way.
both men are going back and forth here tonight, here today.
Oh boy, he is
And now Bishop with a huge suplex connecting. And now a bit of a schoolboy roll up with a huge power bomb connecting.
I knew it was only a matter of time. Yeah, there's no
Now going for the pin. Only a 2 count right there by Lenny Turner. Bit of a tremendous work right here.
He's looking at it.
Almost going. And Bishop with the Bishop driver connecting.
Here's his moment, Michael.
Going for the pin on Lenny Turner. 1, 2, and no. It was a 2 count. How is Turner even still in this? That's the question.
You gotta wear your opponent down. Find that little weakness that could help you end up with a victory. A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating.
And now Lane Turner reversing right here. Bishop with a huge move right there.
Quick thinking to avoid that one. You gotta believe this one's over. Oh, what impact.
And now Bishop trying to work on the legs again of Lane Turner right here.
Could be over. And then you gotta dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory.
Now going for the pin. Maybe that'll be it. No, Turner still staying in this.
These athletes seem to have tried
And now
everything in their playbook.
Turner might be going for
I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll
the
find it.
Baltimore knee drop.
GTS. Night.
Going for the pin. 1, 2, and surprisingly Lenny Turner picks up the victory here. Surprisingly.
Now let's take a look back at these guys in action.
And in a shocking victory right here, Lenny Turner has pinned the GNW World Champion.
Yeah, he's putting in the work.
That's a huge shock right there
Here is your winner,
by Lenny Turner,
Lenny Turner.
cementing the family's legacy.
It looked like anybody's match there.
Now the question is, could this be leading to a future world title shot in the future?
Shoulders down for the 3 count.
Here now, right there with a huge Baltimore knee.
As we come to you live from Sacramento.
But that right there for Bishop, that has to be an upset victory. That has to be an upset loss right there. See right there, that's the victor right, the winner right there of that matchup is Lenny Turner. Could we be seeing the future world champion up for grabs? That we'll have to find out in the future. But for that, that's gonna be it for GNW Shockwave. I want to thank you everybody for watching. If you did enjoy this episode and want to see more Shockwave episodes in the future, leave a like and comment down below what your favorite match was or favorite moment right here. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already for more GNW action. Update, still working on the match card for Over the Limit. Adrenaline will be coming back stronger than ever. Shouts out to PSN Psychosis HQ and Zach the Dragon 22. And shouts out to anybody who watches the stream or watches my videos each and every day. You guys are the true MVPs. I will see you guys next time. Until then, this is Chris Tracy signing out. Bye bye, everybody.